ॐ ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ यस्माज्जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मया आचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते. Hari Om. Salutations to the entire Rishi Parampara, Guru Parampara, Vedavasa, Vedavyasa, Yagnavalkya, Vaishambhayana Rishis, our Adi Shankara Bhagavan and Puja Gurudev and all Brahma Vidya Acharyas. So far what we have seen was in the main shlokas, the salutations are done to the Brahma Tattva from whom the whole world came. Salutations we did to entire Guru Parampara who have given us this Padavakya Pramana Vyakhyanam of all the Vedanta Shastras. Then in this Upanishad we have Taittiriya Sara. Shankara Bhagavan says by his Guru's grace he has written the commentary for those who want to have Vispashta Artha. After that, in the introductory Bhashya, we have seen the two main important aspects of all types of karma and their limitations in giving us the liberation or mukti. Conclusion was they will not give us mukti. Mukti is from the Janma Bandhana Chakra, and that is caused by the karma, and that is caused by the kamana. And these are all projections of mind, therefore never end. Therefore, conclusion was Atma Kamitve Apta Kamata Atma Hi Brahma. So, we have to have the Atma Jignasa or Brahma Jignasa. Through the Brahma Jignasa, when the Brahma is discovered, thereafter, it being the fulfillment in completion, there will no more be any limitations felt, desires felt, actions needed to be done. Then, for the sake of phala, going into the Janma Bandhana Marana Chakra, in which again so many distractions, disturbances, temptations, there will be thousands again. You can imagine a person's life who is full of all these karma, kamana, karma phala, and all, how much tensed, worried, busy he'll be, like a person in a busy marketplace. You can also think about a person who is so serene, calm inside, with total fulfillment experience inside, like a person in that forest all alone with himself, so peacefully. In the same way, the one who trusts the karma and karma phala will be always tossed up and down through sukha dukkha only into bandhanam. But the one who has discovered the Atma Tattva and Brahma Tattva, he is with himself in that infinite happiness bliss. Therefore, one must pursue the Brahma Vidya. That is why the Upanishad has come into picture, and therefore, for the explanation of this Brahma Vidya as given in the Upanishad, we are beginning here along with the Bhashyam. That's what we have seen the introduction. Then Bhagavan said, Upanishad Shabdena Vidya Uchyate. Upanishad means Vidya only. It is a direct experience. Don't think that the book is Upanishad. The words, the word meanings, even their understandings also is Upanishad. No. Upanishad is said to be studied only. The Upanishad Vedya Brahma Tattva is experienced. Till that time, don't consider that we have studied Upanishad. That hint in the beginning itself, Bhagavan Adi Shankara said. Then, what Upanishad does to give that moksha or liberation, these three things we have. One is the Garbha, Janma, Jaradi, Nishatanam, as well as Avasadanam and Brahma Gamayitrutvam. It loosens the samsara which we are holding on and so strongly that we don't have to live only. Then the ignorance which was as a base for all our samsara, that will be removed. Then Brahma Gamayitru will be feeling that I am no more the Upadhi or Jiva, never was I of that, I am only Brahman. From that feeling onwards, the desire to know. From the desire is fulfilled through the deep Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana of the Atma Vastu. Then Brahma Gamayitru means entering into the Brahma Anubhuti as me. Up to this, the Upanishad helps. This is how the mukti from the Jiva Dehadi happens. Whoever are desirous for them. It doesn't compel anyone. But who feels compelling urge, he can take the help of the Upanishad and enter into the self. After that, the first Anuvaka of Siksha Valli started. Taittiriya Upanishad in the 7th, 8th, 9th Khanda of Taittiriya Aranyaka has got the Upanishad in these three vallis of Shiksha, Brahmananda and Bhrugu vallis. In the Shiksha Valli, in the Anuvakas, the first Anuvaka is Shanti Mantra. So we have seen exhaustively almost to the conclusion of the Shanti Mantra, where the main sentence was told to us as key. There are one is Vidya Sravana, Vidya Dharana, Vidya Upayogaha Apradbandena Bhavishyanti. The Brahma Vidya Shravana should be without Pratibandha. Brahma Vidya Dharana should be without Pratibandha. And Brahma Vidya Upayogaha should be without Pratibandha. So, Shravana is done by the Jnana Indriyas. Dharana is done by the Antakarana. Upayoga happens both in our experience deep in meditation as well as when we have to teach other students later on through our Karma Yoga, especially the speech. So all these three should be without pratibandha, and that is possible only tasuhi sukha krutsu. This is the most important thing we have to keep in mind, that only when the devatas are pleased with us and gives sufficient calmness, quietness, capacity, strength, ability in the faculties, that these three aspects of Brahma Vidya, of Shravana Dharana Upayoga, we will be able to do, not otherwise. Therefore, the Tat Sukha Kartrutvam Prarthyate. Therefore, the prarthana is done for them to give the sukhakva in all our these faculties by asking for sham, 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 sham. So, shamnaha mitraha bhavatu, shamnaha varunaha bhavatu, shamnaha aryamaha bhavatu, shamnaha indraha bhavatu, shamnaha brahaspatihi bhavatu, shamnaha vishnu urukramaha bhavatu. These are the prayers we have to do. So there are two things. One, I have to have Brahma Vidya Anubhava, which is possible only through Shravana Dharana and Upayoga. And this is possible only when my faculties are intact. These faculties are made intact only by the Krupa of the Devatas. Therefore, I do Prarthana of these Devatas for the sake of some of these Upadhis, only for knowing Brahma Tattva. This should be clear. Again, if you ask for the sham of all of them only for worldly indulgence, they bless us, because when you do puja and upasana and prarthana, it is their job to give us, because devan bhaveta nena te deva bhavayantu. But we, after being blessed by with the faculties from them, if we use them only for non-realizing, non-liberating aspect, it would be again our own mistake. Generally, people already given faculties misuse. Some of them understand that by Bhagavan's grace, all the faculties, wealth they come, but they get it again, they misuse it only for samsara. Only few people are the ones who know that to know the Brahma Vidya, the faculties have to be very strong, perfect, intact. For that sake only they pray to the Devatas. And when the Devatas, they bless them with a very good health, with them wonderful lifespan, with wonderful faculties of Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, Antakarana, they use every ounce of that ability capacity only for the Shravana, Dharana and Upayogaha of Brahma Vidya. We should belong to that category. As long as we are healthy, hearty, strong and wonderful, only one thing is either Shravana or Dharana or Upayoga of the Brahma Vidya we have to do. Very, very clear. That is why Prarthate is being said. Thereafter, we saw the Brahma Vividishuna. One is we have asked for the blessing so that the faculties are intact. Second is when we are pursuing the sadhana from within and without, so many upasargas come of this Brahma Vidya. Upasarga means the obstructions, the obstacles, the disturbances, and hindrances will come. So for the Brahma Vidya Upasarga Shanti, again Parabrahma only as Vayu, Vayu alone as Parabrahma remembered, and he is being praised or saluted. So Brahma Vidishuna Namaskara Brahma Vadana Kriye Vayu Vishaye Brahma Vidya Upasarga Shantartham Kriyate. Why this is done? It's not done accidentally or just like that. Ki Sarva Kriya Phalanam Tad Adhinatvat. All the kriyas and all the phalas are in the adhina of the Vayu Deva, the Prana Deva, who is the expression of Parabrahma. Therefore, we should be very careful in understanding, remembering about the inner Prana Shaktis, outer Vayu's Shakti, in giving us the ability to do all the kriya, and in giving us the ability to, in giving us the phala of all our kriyas. So that conscious awareness that Parabrahma in the form of prana and vayu is making us do the activities, both spiritual and worldly, and also bringing the results to us. Remembering that deeply in the heart, like a child remembers deeply in the heart that my mother and father are the ones day in and day out working to give me the livelihood or education. Therefore, I must make right use of them. I must always be devoted to them. A rare child would be. So the guru knows, the disciple knows, the guru has taken me into confidence and he is trying to bring me up in my spiritual sadhana. All his efforts are so wonderful, so I must be totally surrendering to him, abiding him. In the same way, the Vayu is the cause for the Kriya as well as Phala. Therefore, let me have the most respectful bhava to this Vayu, including that it is nothing but Brahma Tattva. See, by this, what is done? Our inner faculties are tuned to the phenomenal forces without missing Brahma Tattva, and that too with great devotion, respect, and reverence. When the respect, reverence toward the deities are there, not only the blessings from them come, but this unruly, uncontrollable ego is put into a check. It won't become overpowered in its own arrogance. So, then this ego is ready to listen to the higher Vidya. Then the Vidya becomes meaningful in merging this ego only with the total truth. It's all in our own good. Therefore, Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo is done for removing the Upasarga of the Brahma Vidya. Because he is the only one who is the Karana for the Karya as well as the Phala, Sarvakriya and Phala. Therefore, when the Vayu is there with us, without any obstructions, Upasarga, the Brahma Vidya, again, Shravana Dharana Upayogita can happen. So, in this way, Tadadhinatvatu. Then we saw Brahmavayu, Tasmai Brahmane Namaha, Prabhibhavam Karomi. We say yesterday, everything is Brahma, therefore Vayu also is Brahma, and in all the Upanishads, Vayu is mentioned as Pratyaksha Devata, therefore Brahma Vayu. Tasmai Brahmane Namaha means Prabhibhavam Karomi iti Vakya Sheshaha. Then go deep into that. Every inhaling, exhaling should be done with gratitude to the Vayu for sustaining life, and every action is done with all gratitude, again thanking the Vayu that because of his presence only we are able to act. Then every phala we are getting, we have to be grateful to the Vayu that because of his grace only the phala is coming. Then to the same Vayu we are deeply tuning and praying, O Vayu Deva, now no more I am doing worldly kriya and worldly phala, though this was being helped by you only. Now I am pursuing Brahma Vidya. In this Brahma Vidya also, pursuing also. Your grace blessings are required. Please see to it that as you bless me in success for the worldly things, bless me for success even in the spiritual pursuit by seeing that there is no upasarga, there are no differences. Then that Vayu Deva, in whatever the form, he takes and sees that all faculties are intact. More importantly, the Brahma Vidya pursuing kriyas of Shravana Dharana are done diligently, systematically, regularly, committedly, deeply, and then the deep understanding, even contemplation and experience also will be possible by the blessing of that Vayu Rupa Brahmadeva. In this way. Then Pratyaksha and Paroksha Rupa mein Vayu alone is Brahma. That was said yesterday. In the Paroksha Rupa, he is making us do the karma or kriya and giving us phala. In the Pratyaksha Rupa, he is most Sannikrushta as well as Avyavahita. We saw yesterday. He is the most nearest one to us, Sannikrushta, then all other organs. Sannikrushta means so close to us, into our own heart and lungs. These Vayu is there percolating, no other faculties. All other faculties have very less permeation. Skin is more permeable than everything, but skin also is blessed by only Vayu, then only the sparsha happens. So Sannikrishtata means proximity. To me, the most proximity thing is Vayu. And also Avyavahitam, even if we sleep, the Vayu is continuous. Therefore, because of two reasons, you are Pratyaksha Rupena Brahma. Without you, we can't live. Paroksha Rupena Kriya and Phala are happening because of you. Therefore, Pratyaksha Brahma, you also Brahma, Paroksha Brahma also you are. Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. Then, therefore, Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami. See, I am not manipulating to say that you are Pratyaksha Brahma, but you are so. That's why I am saluting to you as a Pratyaksha Brahma. So, in this sentence, there is one important thing to be caught, very essential. If this is done, then real honesty is done by us, honesty is experienced by us. Two, three examples. One, parents. Parents, we have to respect them, not because any inner conditioning or an obligation. Parents are so great to take care of us, where they could have thrown us on the day of birth only in the dustbin. Why this burden, stupid fellow? But not doing that, they took care of us. More importantly than anything in the world, more importantly than their own selves. Listen carefully, next sentence. Therefore, in their full deservedness, parents deserve our that respect and reverence. Therefore, the parents are gods to us. You understand? It is not an imagination that we should salute parents. It is not a projection. It is not some anything. They are so deserving. So to the world is providing us with so many things without which we can't live. Therefore, it becomes honesty on our part to thank that world and reciprocate. It is not manipulation. It is honestly that the world deserves. For honestly, we have to do, not that we are obliging, not that we are doing some favors to the world by serving, to the parents by respecting. So to the world, so to the law, sorry, the gurus, the Guru Maharaj is not that obligation or some sentiment that the Shastras say that you should worship the Guru. No. Guru is using his time, its tapashakti, with all his love for us to teach the Brahma Vidya, to give us that jnanam of the mukti. Therefore, certainly he deserves to be respected and surrendered. Therefore, it is in our honesty that we respect and surrender, not that we are doing some obligation, not that we are doing some favor to the Guru. So, the thought that I am doing favor should be replaced by the thought that it is truthfulness and honesty on my part to serve them, to surrender to them, to oblige them, to be obedient to them. That purity, when it comes to us, thereafter we will never hesitate in truly surrendering, serving, and getting the results thereof. बहुत बार क्या होता है ना, हमको लगता है कि हम मेहरबानी कर रहे हैं, like in class today. How many of us truly feel that it is we are blessed that we are studying Shastra? We are given this opportunity. Therefore, it's our responsibility to be serious, sincere, with utmost devotion and surrender to all those who are helping. It's God, it is Upanishad, it is Shruti Mata, it is Guru Parampara. All of them are helping me. Therefore, ये मेरी तरफ से कर्तव्य बनता है कि मैं अपने तरफ से ऑनेस्ट लॉयल हूँ और उनके तरफ से टोटल रेस्पेक्टफुल डिवोशनल एंड सरेंडर हो जाऊं. That faculty misses in us, like a government servant. He thinks he is doing favor to the public. Stupid fellow, it is their taxes you are taking as salary. Every rupee of yours is because of them. You have to touch their feet and serve them. But do you think the government servants feel like that? They are so arrogant that we are doing. And that's why there's no honesty in them. Therefore, there's no sincere application. Therefore, the nation is not growing. You just feel it. Is it not that they should feel that it's your taxes we are getting a salary? Everybody, the government servant of the class 4 up to the president, prime minister, all MLAs, MPs, all of them should at the feet of all public. Honestly, because every ounce of their comfort luxuries are because of their taxes. It is true. Humble servant we are. If that honesty is there, will he spare any efforts without serving the world? Karega, oh, that's a fulfillment for him and also the public. But these salient, subtle elements miss because nobody teaches us, and nowadays we are not subtle enough, sincere enough, pure enough to go into those depths. हमारा जिंदगी ना काम करो के लेवल से काम चलाओ के लेवल पे आ गया. काम करो means doing the work so perfectly that it cannot be improved upon. That beautiful way. काम चलाओ क्या है? Somehow let it be done. The calm chalao attitude will never allow these deeper, sincere feelings to come. I must do it to the best of perfection. Such people alone can become honest and take into account everything and they do. So we give the example of teacher or parents, even the society, all the government, nation. In the same way, the Vayu is worshipped by us as Pratyaksham Brahma, not because of some favor we are doing to him. भैया तुम डिजर्व तो करते नहीं हो, फिर भी मेरे तरफ से तुम्हारे वास्ते मैं कर रहा हूं. नो, तुम्हें प्रत्यक्षम ब्रह्म असि, तुम हो प्रत्यक्ष ब्रह्मा. इसलिए त्वाम एव प्रत्यक्षम ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि. It is not I am calling you as Brahman as favor from myself to you. It is you are so, therefore by saying you are Brahma, it is I am invoking your blessing and favor to me. Tvameva pratyaksham Brahma vadishyami. That it is your grace that you are Brahma, and it is your grace that I could recognize you are Brahma. It is your grace that I am able to call you as Brahma. Then it is your grace to bless me the study of Brahma Vidya without any upasarga. The Shravana, Dharana, and Upayogata happen without any Upasarga. Hey Brahma. See? Now, how as deeply we go into this thought, so deep is both the seeker and devotee in us. The devotees invoking the grace of Brahma, Vayuvadi Devatas, and the seeker sincerity in pursuing Brahma Vidya is felt there. Both of them make these Devatas feel for us when they bless, nothing is impossible. When they are not blessing, then we only have to struggle in the chanting. We only have to struggle in trying to know the word meaning. We only have to struggle in trying to construct the sentences. And by the time we understand word sentence meaning, we are so tired. We have not even gone into what is Upanishad is mentioning there about the truth in its definition, about the sadhana, about the preparation. ये सब कुछ पता चले बिना ही हमारा क्लास खत्म होता है, हमारा स्टडी. If these devatas bless us, at that very moment of study itself, not only the word meaning, the sentence meaning, the contextual meaning, but the sadhana in that, the preparation in that, and the ultimate experience in that also can be conceived. Like in this mantra, at the time of chanting the mantra itself, the devata should be remembered, they should be praised through their blessings. All the faculties are so intact that tasa sukha krutsahi vidya shravana dharana upayogita should happen. It is so direct and straight that we pray, they bless, we pursue, they bless, we get the experience, we are liberated. So direct it is. Like in the machine, when you add whatever thing to it, systematically when the machine is on, that does its own process, then the product comes out. Is it not? So direct. What is the inhibition in that? What are the hindrances? Kuch nahi hai. In the same way, in our spiritual sadhana, invoking the grace of these devatas, making all our faculties intact, with them listening to Brahma Vidya from the Guru, then understanding, meditating, and experiencing. should be so direct like that. But why is it not? Like in that machinery, because it is China made or some funny country made, that every part is loose, duplicate, second hand. Then more than doing the work through that apparatus or instrument, our entire time goes in the repair of that. Sometimes we don't even understand where is the niche there in that. There's a problem in that. In the same way, in our own faculties, every time there is problem. The body doesn't cooperate, the prana shakti is not full intact, the indriyas are so much indulgent or virulent, the mind is so uninspired and lazy, or it is chanchala with rajoguna, intellect is so gross, it doesn't want to think only. With these set of apparatus, which are part of the total machinery, every one of them are having problem. How can our process of Vedanta or Adhyatma can become successful? Therefore, the need of, see, all are clear. I see in the introductory Bhashyam already told. First clarity should be I must have Mukti, and Mukti happens only through Brahma Vidya. Second clarity is Brahma Vidya is there in Upanishads, and that is taught to me by the Guru. Third is I should have all abilities, qualifications to go to the Guru to listen from him as well as pursue and reach Brahma Vidya. Fourth is these abilities come to me first with my own self discipline, that I will not do indulge in anything other than Brahma Vidya. Most importantly, second one is it is only the grace of these Adhisthana Devatas that all my faculties all the time would be so pakka that this entire work happens without disturbance. This clarity when we have, then our maturity level is different, our invoking the blessings of the devatas is different, the feeling our faculties intactness is different, and then we so beautifully utilize them only for vidya, not for anything else. That maturity, as early as if it comes to us, it doesn't take more than a life or two for us to go deeply into the entire understanding about Brahma Vastu. And also, we can, transcending all the Panchakoshas, as it is a subject in this particular Upanishad, we can see the Atma, and that Atma itself is Brahma. All this was taught to us. Tvameva pratyaksham vadishya. Brahma vadishya. So Guru is Guru, therefore we have to worship. Parents are parents, therefore we have to worship. World is world, Bhagavan only doing so much to us, therefore it is our pakka duty to worship them, serve them, love them, etc. So to everybody around us, all of them deserve our honest love, respect, service. That is the beauty. And all the aberrations come of disrespect, disobedience, carelessness, recklessness, because of this maturity has not come up for understanding their glory or greatness in our life. Why? Intellect was not used. Vicharana is not done. Clear understanding has not come. Like if I clearly understand that it is your regular presence that it is inspiring me to have the classes, I must have that gratefulness and thanks as well as respect towards you. That's my maturity. And it is true. The Lord functioning through you is the one who is encouraging me to study the Shastra. Is it not? And how honest I will be if I do so. Anything other than that is at lower level. Why should we go for the lower level when the highest can be done? That should be the way. Even your side also. So that way, Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami in its depth has this type of feeling that our survival, sustenance, spirituality are happening by so many, by the help of so many things, beings, divinities around, so we owe so much to them. At least the gratefulness, at least the prayer, at least making right use of whatever the blessings they are giving. This is called as Ruju Jivanam. It's a straightforward life. There's no crookedness in this. There's no टेढ़ा मेढ़ापन in that. Just straightforward. रुजुत्व आध्यात्मिकता में रुजुत्व होना चाहिए, तभी जाकर सब आनंद आता है. What is the opposite of rujutva? Don't believe the Upanishad, don't have the devotion, surrender to the Guru, not interested in the study of the Upanishad that much, and so many doubts within oneself only, about oneself, including what is the need of the Brahma Vidya to me when I am so happy in the world. अरे सब crookedness, इन सब को निकालना है. That is why the introductory Bhashya is more important than the Upanishad, because though we have understood only 5% of it, in its 95%, If you are true and genuine in studying that, Shankara Bhagavan is preparing us to be fully single pointed in only pursuing Brahma Vidya. No crookedness. Any pursuing other than Brahma Vidya is crookedness. Anrujutvam, because it is binding us only in samsara. Only the Adhyatma is Ruju, because it is taking us straight in the toward the goal of liberation. ये सब मन में रखना है. Then yesterday we tried to explain exhaustively about these two pratignyas, these two commitments we should have in life. Before that we said life is fulfilled in every mission only when we are committed towards that goal, committed towards that path, committed towards putting all efforts to walk in that path. These are the beautiful serious and very sensitive areas where you have to fully prepare without any compromise to get good results. So, among all those commitments, the two commitments which help us in the Brahma Vidya are these two. One is Rutam Vadishyami, second is Satyam Vadishyami. So wonderful they are. So, what is Rutam? We said yesterday, Yatha Shastram, Yatha Kartavyam, Buddhau, Suparinishchitam Artham about Brahma Vastu. About the Brahma Tattva, that it is the only reality. There is nothing other than that it is of the nature of Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, and that on that only the world is just imagined in ignorance only, and that in that ignorance I am caught up, I have to come out of it, and that Brahma is me alone. This is called as the Suparinishchitam Artham in the Buddhi. Clear? And this Suparinishchita Artham about the about the Brahma Tattva in the Buddhi should have the Yatha Shastra. You should always have the authority of the Shastra for this knowledge, and Shastra tells this, therefore, this is the ultimate knowledge. That's called as Rutam. Then Yatha Kartavyam. Most important, along with this, the Yatha Shastra Suparinishchitam is the Yatha Kartavya Buddhi. See, these are superficially we feel that we have understood. But no, it is deeper. Like the doctor tells, if for good digestion, every morsel of food, at least between 16 to 32 times, you have to chew it. Then you'll never have the digestion problem, depending on the thing you are eating. No, it is Yatha Shastram. They have done all that. They have calculated all the digestive enzymes within the digestive prakriya inside and the food intake and how they have. So, when the Yatha Shastram told, should we do the Yatha Kartavyam or not? देखो, Yatha Kartavyam is not doing it. This is the Kartavyata Buddhi in doing. After that only doing happens. In many cases, we don't have the kartavya buddhi. Kartavya buddhi means must be done attitude, should be done attitude at every price and cost. See, the words used by Adi Shankara are so deep and perfect, unless you pause and become deeper, by praying to Bhagavan Adi Shankara only, we will not be able to feel that purpose for which he is used that word. And without using that word, and its meaning, the sadhana we will not be able to do the expected level. Result will not come. Yatha kartavya. Like in the case of good digestion of food, I said, so in general, the body has to be healthy. No, there are the shastram for the healthy body. Hundreds and thousands of doctors today speaking. So many. Naturopaths have their own way of saying, dietitians have their own way of saying, yoga sadhana wale apna batate hain, and then you have the other aerobic and aerobic wale other. See, anyone, all are correct. Whatever is appealing to you, and so many things are there because of different aged people, different gendered, different body structured are there. Therefore, Bhagavan has given so many things. For you, what suits? Diet system is enough for you, then maintain the diet and be healthy. Exercises are good for you if you are of that nature. There's so many people don't bother about the diet but are fully engaged in proper exercises, then their health is long. Many people don't do any exercise, but they're very careful about the diet. They are also healthy. Some are none of the exercise or diet. They only are concerned with pranayam. The pura kumbha, rechaka, all those so much they do, everything is intact. Some do only some walkings and कुछ भी हो उसका शास्त्र है. Our point is So that Shastra, Yatha Kartavyam. Is it not? Yatha Kartavyam. That my Guru has taught, and I understood from him that these 20 for 30 minutes per day I must do. These are the yoga asanas or whatever for me to be healthy. Kartavya buddhi nahi hota humko. Except in the bhoga, we in the yoga, as long as don't have the kartavya buddhi, no, neither we do nor we do joyfully, nor the unless the thing is done joyfully, perfection will not be there in that. Without perfection, the glimpses of the result won't come to us. I like this word yatha kartavyam. It's kartavya, like upasana when you are doing. And that upasana mein, invoking the devatas in that vigraha is a kartavya. After that, those devatas are very much there to receive my puja. That bhavana is kartavya. It should be continuously maintained. And not to the stone or vigraha, but to the devata only I am doing the abhisheka archana. That bhavana should be kartavya. With that feeling, within a month only the devata will come there. If that kartavyata buddhi is not brought and accordingly upasana is not done, then what's happening? I am offering the water only to the stone. Because it is devata and to him I am abhishek, I am doing. That feeling is not there. Then it will always remain as stone and stone will never respond to you. You may do it for 1,000 lives. See, these are the very salient words which we miss in our life. That's what the Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, Nishchayatmika Buddhi, Kartavyatmika Buddhi. Bhagavan Krishna tells to Arjuna, अरे तू भागना है तो भाग, करना है तो कर, but decide कर, रोते हुए मत बैठना. Arjuna was sitting miserably. Or yeah, run away. You tell me, I'll take your chariot. Or you find out, confused. Then he says कार्पण्य दोष. Then भगवान ठीक है आधा घंटा 48 minutes or 60 minutes he took for giving entire Gita ज्ञान. Arjuna was sharp enough to understand luckily. But कर्तव्यता बुद्धि उनको आ गया. So यथा शास्त्रम and यथा कर्तव्यम बुद्धौ सुपरिनिश्चितम अर्थम is called a rutam. That alone I vadishyami means speak out, talk about convincingly. Rutam vadishyami. So, in that, what is the feeling then? There are two things. One is Brahma Tattva Anubhava alone is Mukti Hetu. Second, for that, whatever the sadhana scripture says, they are kartavya to me. There is no doubt. This is called a Rutam. How important is that? Therefore, how important is the word Rutam in our life? Yatha Shastram, Yatha Kartavyam, Buddhau Suparinishchitam Artham. I am pausing again and again because this is a very crucial thing. Because these words and definition won't come in another Upanishad. और कुछ होगा उधर, ये मिस हो जाएगा. Like what we studied in Manduka is not available in Taittiriya. No, that we did there only. If you have got it, got not, missed only. और यहाँ जो बोले जाएंगे वो आगे उपनिषद में नहीं होगा. And one of the crucial things are this, Rutam. And this is a commitment. I will never be irregular in study of my Shastra and I will be pakka in my Buddhi Supanishaya about both the Tattva and also the Kartavyata. Yatha Shastram Yatha Kartavyam Buddhau Suparinishitam Artham is Rutam. This we spoke about Brahma Vidya. We are Brahma Vidya pursuing students. If somebody is the Kamya Karma pursuers, for them also, they want Swargaloka, they want Indrapada, or they want any Yaksha Kendra Nagaloka, or they want in this world only the progeny or the wealth or name and fame. To achieve these goals, there are variety of Karma Kanda. So they also Yatha Shastram, Yatha Kartavyam, Buddho Supanishchitam, Rutam, you have to practice. Here Vadishyami means I will convincingly live that, have that in my heart. I want this that is given to me by these activities, doing these activities as a kartavya. This conviction is called rutam. Then what is satyam? What we are convinced in the intellect, according to the shastra, both the goal as well as the means. Is it not? That one, when it is brought into practical expression, this is called as satyam. Now, as much important Krutam is, so much important is Satyam, and both of them are important in the pursuit both of the Yajnayaga Karma Kanda for the worldly results, then Shravana Nidhyasana Ityadi for the spiritual result. Satyam means what? Ki, Satyam iti saha eva kayabyam sampadhyamanaha. Satya means same conviction which we gained in our intellect from the study of scriptures about the goal as the and the means as kartavya. Vakayabhyam sampadhyamanaha is satya. Now pause here for a moment. Conviction एक हुआ और कर कुछ रहे हो तो भी रिजल्ट नहीं आएगा ना. There should be पक्का integration in conviction as well as doing. It's not like we do one promise before our elections. Once elected, then we do whatever we want. Then the disintegration will not give joy in your performance as well as people are not happy. They want you to go come down again now. निकाल देंगे outer world में. In the same way, we have to be here is not a sentiment here again. सेंटिमेंट की बात नहीं है भाई. जब कर्तव्यता बुद्धि हो गया, वे कर्तव्य को करने से ही उसको कर्तव्य कहते हैं ना. And what it meant here, even after conviction, unless again the Adhisthana Devata's grace is there, and unless your own conscious awareness is there, there can be chance in not doing Satyam, means in faltering in sadhana. There also you have to be careful. So, the conviction about the goal and means and it helps me in the Satyata. Satyata helps in the conviction. In this way, both of them should go together in performance for us to get the result in whatever the field, especially the Brahma Vidya. So, Vakayabhyam Sampadhyamanaha is Satyam. Vakayabhyam Sampadhyamana means the practically doing what we have believed as Kartavya. What we have come to a conclusion, conviction as Kartavya, usko karna hai. This is called yoga. Yoga is knowing what is ultimate goal, knowing what is the means for that goal, doing that means pakka till the goal is reached is called as yoga. If it is a worldly result, it is a worldly yoga. If it is a spiritual goal, it is a spiritual yoga. Principle remains same in both cases. Now, how crucial these thoughts helpful to anybody who has got worldly thing as goal also. उनको भी ये जरूरत है. And how deep and how intricate it is, and how sensitive is this point of the authority of Shastra, the ultimate goal, the means for the goal, and it is super nishchita in the buddhi, having kartavyata for that. More than that, the sampadyamana vakaya abhyam saeva. Clear? Now, most important is both of them. Saha api tvad adhina heva sampadhyate. Hey, Vayu Rupa Brahma, oh Brahma Rupa Vayu, even this Vakaya Sampadhyamana means working, achieving, practicing. This practice at the Vakaya level also is possible only by your blessing and grace. Now, these are very little carefully to be observed things. With our limited efforts, abilities, the higher, greater pursuits for higher goal cannot be done. We need the continuous flow of the input of the abilities from the total. More important than this thought is what? Whatever little abilities we have now, even they also are given by the total only. So, in this, what is the intricate point? Whatever worldly things also I am pursuing now, for that also whatever the abilities, capacities are with me, they are also given by you only to me, O Lord. Now, I am taking the highest pursuit of Brahma Vidya. It needs tremendous amount of abilities, capacities at all level. All the ability capacities given by the Adhisthana Devatas that I invoked them, Indra, Varuna, Vayu, Ityadi. But the input of the Prana Shakti is given by you, O Brahmadeva. You are the fuel giver, O Vayu. Because without fuel, how much perfect may the vehicle and all its instruments, it won't move. So the perfection of all parts of the vehicle is the blessings of all the Devatas. The petrol is the Vayu. Without the एक इंच भी नहीं चलेगा वो. So far for whatever I was doing, good, bad, indifferent, you are the one blessing. Now the highest, best thing I am doing. So I know that without you it will not happen. Therefore I am praying to you to bless me. That is what sahapi tvadadinaha eva ham padyate. Iti tvam eva satyam vadishyami. So, the Satyam is possible. Satyam is Vakayabhyam Sampadhyamanaha only by your grace. Therefore, I am calling you only as Satyam. In the sense, you are the giver of the ability to this the Satyam for me. Therefore, Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Rutam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami. Means, Ruta giver in me is you only. Therefore, you only are Rutam for me. Satyam making possible for me is also by you. Therefore, you only I am addressing as Satyam. For me, you are Satyam. For me, you are Rutam. Because you are the one who give me Rutam and Satyam. These two alone will give me the ultimate reaching of the goal. And this I am committing to. What is the meaning of commitment here? It continuously I am maintaining these two of Shastric authority of the goal with Kartavyata Buddhi and then practical application through Kaya and Vacha of that path. The doing is called as Vadishyam. Not only vocally saying, Vadishyam literal meaning is vocally saying, but in my Kaya Vacha Manasa, I am committed towards that. Commitment is a word here. Don't miss that one. And no other words written by any human minds I take as authority. Because if I go by them, they only say the Artha Kama only as the goals of the life. The entire life is wasted. Only the Upanishads which tell us the Brahma Anubhava is the Moksha Sthiti. And the Upanishad only gives me the sadhanas which I have to take as Kartavya. And what is the meaning here of Sampadyamanaha Indriyaihi Kaya Manasa Sampadyamanaha Vakayabhyam? Ki when we are in touch with this Brahma Tattva, some that unseen thing happens. When we are in touch with the Vayu or Brahma Tattva or our Ishta Devatas through prayer, something miraculous unseen happens that they reciprocate remind us. It's like the alarm. So you are putting alarm at 5 a.m. in the morning. It is from your side the input. At the exactly 5 o'clock, the alarm bell rings. So you asked it to ring and he rang you. And you asked it to ring for waking you up and it has woken you up. It is a jada. But it did its work or not? It did. In the same way, through the prayer to these devatas, Adhisthana Devata, Upasya Devata, Ishta Devata, we are setting an alarm for them to remind us of what we have to do. Their waking up was the reason for which we put the alarm. Here also, the wake up call as well as every inspiration to do sadhana comes from within. Where from? Because of the grace of them. How? Because you prayed for the sadhana. And same we are praying to the devatas for the kamanas, for the bhoga. Therefore, they are reminding us of that. Why the tongue is reminding us only of the bhoga? Why not of the Bhagavan Nama? Because we told the tongue devata, Bhaiya, I bhog ka yaad kara mere ko. Oh, alarm baj raha hai. Every day morning, we go only for tea, coffee because that's what we told those devatas. Tell the devata for a month, भाई every day सुबह उठते मुझे भगवान का नाम लेना है. You will see that the Lord will make you do the Nama only of Bhagavan. So too with the ears. We want to listen all useless. And that's what we ask those devatas. So say, "ठीक है बेटा, they are what? They are our servants, all devatas. What you want, they give that only. They are masterly servants. They serve us what we want and they punish as masters when we do nonsense. They are two in one. Ask that Dig Devata, oh Lord, let me listen only auspicious thing. Then you will see early morning, आप कोई ऐसे divine song, भजन या वेद मंत्र सुनोगे, not the other worldly thing. And fail right now only pray all these devatas right from the earlier one, Amitra, Varuna, Aryama, Vayu, Indra, Agni, and all these devatas of Brahaspati, Urukrama Vishnu, here Vayu Bhagavan. Hey Bhagavan, keep us at all our faculty level only to engage in the spirituality, only to engage in Brahma Tattva, only to engage in the deep study of Upanishads, understanding of it, contemplating, meditating, realizing. Make this prayer every day for some months. Some months are passing so fast nowadays. We will see they will bless us so much. Effortlessly it happens. ये अब क्या हो रहा है? We are wanting to grow spiritually, but the deep in our recesses, we have so many desires for the world, and that also we are praying to devatas. In fact, we with our confusion, confusing devatas also. Like दुकान वाले के पास हम confusion के साथ जाकर उसको confuse करते हैं। है कि नहीं? आधा किलो उड़द का दाल दो, सवा किलो या 1 किलो जो है ना अरहर का दाल दो। नहीं, नहीं, ये नहीं देना, वो देना। नहीं, 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 वो नहीं देना, ये नहीं देना। पीला दाल सस्ता होगा क्या? वो देना मेरे को। You are confused and you are confusing that fellow. And he has put half kg of urad ka dal and he had to remove it and pila dal, wo bhi nikala and Devatas we are confusing. We ask them to give Sukha Bhoga and by the time they give it, nahi, nahi, I want Vedanta. And by the time they are packing Vedanta, we say cancel. Give me the they get confused. पहले तो decide कर, then they withdraw. When they withdraw, इसका अर्थ क्या हुआ? None of things are happening in life. ना सुख भोग मिल रहा है, ना कोई साधना हो रहा है. That means devatas are waiting for you to decide. That is why the earlier portion of Yatha Sahastram, Yatha Kartavyam, Buddhav Suparinishchitam. Without that, your this prayer will not be answered because you are confused. And there, two options are there, though Shankara is giving us the option of Brahma Vidya. The other option is give up Brahma Vidya and Brahma Tattva and Moksha. Ask only for the Karma Kanda leading the Bhogas of the other world. Who says? But have Buddha Suparinishchitam. But we are not encouraging it. Our goal is Brahma Vidya because we have already seen introduction. Only by the Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya, the Apta Kamitva by which the samsara is avoided. So, हमको तो यही चाहिए, there's no doubt about it. So, how important each of the explanation, unless you deeply analyze, you don't know what are the hidden things in that. So, त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षम ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि, ऋतम वदिष्यामि हो गया, सत्यम वदिष्यामि, we have sufficiently seen. Then comes very interesting. Tat sarvatmakam vayu आख्यम ब्रह्म. ठीक है? Tat sarva atmakam, the one which is the self in everyone. Then one who is named here for our naming sake as Vayu, who is none other than Brahma himself. सबका आत्मा रूपी वायु के नाम से बुलाया गया ब्रह्म तत्व. See how interesting. सर्व आत्मकम वायु आख्यम ब्रह्म. Tad Brahma, what we are praying to now, we are praying, Maya evam stutam. That Brahma which has been done, praised by me so far. What is that? Tvameva pratyaksham brahmasi, tvameva pratyaksham brahma vadishyami is the praise. And then the pratigna done in front of him, commitment, that rutam vadishyami, satyam vadishyami. In this way, the Lord who is propitiated and worshipped with the external upasana as well as the glorification as him, and in front of him taking the commitment that I will do rutam and satyam. Rutam is yatha shastram, यथा कर्तव्यम बुद्धियो सुपरिचित बुद्धि सत्यमेव तदेव वाक्कायाभ्याम संपद्यमानः. When we have this way made you, O Lord, happy. So tat sarvatmakam vaivaakyam brahma maya evam stutam sat. Okay, the one who is being praised by this me. Who is me? Vidyarthinam. मैं अभी विद्या का अर्थी हूं. मैं आई एम नॉट द अर्थ काम अर्थी, अनदर अर्थी नहीं हूं. मैं विद्या का ही मैं अर्थी हूं. आई एम द सीकर ऑफ, बेगर ऑफ विद्या. अर्थी मीन सीकर, वांटिंग. द वन हैज गिवन अर्थ इज वैल्यू टू द ब्रह्म विद्या. द वन हु इज सीकिंग ओनली ब्रह्म विद्या टू मी. व्हाट ही शुड डू in the main mantra? Tat mam avatu. Okay, tat mam avatu are the three words. So the tat he is explained. Tat is tat सर्वात्मकम वायुवाक्यम ब्रह्म. हो गया. माम होम, टू थिंग्स, द वन हु हैज वर्शिप्ड यू. और तत् में ही आया है तत् ब्रह्म विच इज वायुवाक्यम सर्वात्मकम एवं मया स्तुत्यम, एवं मया स्तुतम. तत् ब्रह्म माम, हु हैज हु एम आई. सी एवरी टाइम इन प्रेयर one very important thing is first define who are you there. Means what are the seeking you have in you. Don't have confusion. Here, without confusion, who am I? He is putting in front of that Brahma Deva. What is you? Vidya Arthinam. मैं विद्या का अर्थी हूं, ऐसा मैं आपके सामने बैठा हूं. See, so many thoughts gurgle in our mind when we are in front of the Lord or any Guru कि क्या पूछे नहीं पता, कि दसों चीज पूछते हैं या कुछ सीधा नहीं पूछते हैं. As I said, now we confuse the giver. Here, undoubtedly, specifically, Mom is defined as Vidyarthinam. I am the Arthi of Vidya. I have value for Vidya. I am asking only for Vidya. Mam Vidyarthinam Avatu is the word there. Simple meaning is protection. मेरे को रक्षा करो. Then what is the protection of a Vidyarthi? Only one thing, no? What is that? Vidya Samyojanena. Protect me, O Brahmadeva, O Ayudeva, O Vayu, who is worshipped by me like this. If you are pleased with me, I am begging you, requesting you to protect me. What sort of protection is required for me, by you? Vidya Samyojanena. Means there should be no moment in my everyday and total life where I have Viyoga with the Vidya. On the other hand, every moment I am in Samyoga with the Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya only. Either I am in the experience of the Brahma Tattva, or I am in the deep meditation of the Brahma Tattva, or I must be on the contemplation of Brahma Tattva, or I must be on the reflection on the Brahma Tattva, or I must be studying of the Brahma Tattva Upanishads, or I must be listening the Brahma Tattva from the Guru, or I must be in preparation of myself at all faculty level of Viveka Vairagya Adi, again to reach Brahma Tattva. इनके अलावा और कहीं में मेरा संयोजन नहीं होना. That is called as Brahma Vidya Samyojanena. Vidya Samyojanena in the Vidya is Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya. Means what? Not even a moment I am disconnected from it. See the beauty of this prayer. Because that type of consistent pursuit is required to go ahead as well as to experience. If little is chance given by breaking it or by discontinuation, somewhere else will be taken. Again, to come back to that level is so painful and time consuming. And always remember कि once we go away from the track of this Brahmavidya spirituality, the fall is so faster and so down level. Again, to come to this level is so difficult. That's when Vivek Chudamani, Bhagavan Shankara gives example of a gend, the ball, left from the hand, falling from the 10th top floor, it stops only at the ground floor. Again you have to take it up. He talks there about the missing of the laksha from the mind even a moment. Same thing is here. Brahmavidya Samyojana means always yoking with the laksha. Little of the inadvertence happens and we become chuta from the laksha. Immediately the vasana, the world, the people, their opinion, the beauty of the world, all of them in a moment's time they attack her. That is enough for us to fall prey to them. Again, it is so energy taking and almost impossible only for that life to come back to spirituality. Like if you lose your faith in your guru, again it is impossible in that life again to come back. Gaya bas. Guru or any of the very crucial relations with which even if you are killed by the same guru, you should not miss your faith. To that guru, if you lose the faith, throughout life you will not have. Protect it in the same way. So, lakshachutam chet yadi chittam ishat bahirmukha san nipate tatastataha pramadataha prachyutaha kelikandukaha sopana pankto patito yatha tatha. This is what the shloka in actually. Same. Pramadataha prachyutaha kelikandukaha. By mistake, if the ball has left your hand, prachyuta means fisalga. Sopana pankto patita, slowly from the steps comes down, falls. So to laksha chutam chet yadi chitam ishat. Even little also, if your chitta is come down from the laksha, then bahirmukha san, it becomes extroverted and nipate tatastataha, it falls down to the zero level like the snake in the snake ladder game. Therefore, how much we have to be alert to remember our goal. So that we are also putting effort and also asking the Vayu named Brahma Tattva, oh Lord, please protect me. What is the protection here? What a protection! Protect me from the enemies, protect me from the garment. No, no, no. Protect me by doing samyojana of mine to the Vidya. Vidya samyojana protection alone is protection. Because any other protection is protection, but you are not a seeker of the ultimate liberation. No. फिर क्या फायदा उस protection का? That's why sometimes we say, though humorously, how much ever yoga asanas you do, how much ever you keep your body healthy, but what is the goal you are achieving through that? Again same bhoga, again same अधर्म पाप. यार 90 साल जीते हुए सारे पाप अधर्म करने के बजाय 30 साल में सब पुण्य करके मरो, which is better? Common sense. So I am doing all yogas, following all diet, praying all the devatas to give me long life and health, and doing what? Anything done other than Brahma Vidya is again fooling oneself. That is why the protection is Vidya Samyojanam. And I am so interested in this prayer. Hey Bhagwan, not even a moment for any reason. Make Vyoga of Vidya with me, let there be always Samyojanam. This prayer worked yesterday. How horrible was the condition, I know that. It was Naraka, but all 6 classes we have done. All of them, though they were not so as vigorous as every day, but still Vidya Samyojana Bhagavan ne kiya, the terrible prarabdha 1 or 2 days, he did not allow it to overpower. See, the prarabdha he can't avoid. We go through misery. But the prayer worked in the form of non-compromising with the classes. Vidya Samyojanam was there. Because this topic only we are studying, and at the same time the prarabdhas come. That is all destiny, and that's so Bhagwan's protection because we prayed. Clear? तो मैं देन रक्षा मेरा करो माम अवतु तत् तत् ब्रह्म मया मया स्तुतं ब्रह्म तत् वायुवाक्यम सर्वात्मकं ब्रह्म एवं मया स्तुतं माम विद्यार्थिनम अवतु ब्रह्म विद्या संयोजनेन. See the Bhashya when you read it is so pakka, so clear. Clear? And next, avatu vaktaram. Now, vakta also is to be protected, is asked. See, tadeva brahma, the same brahma tattva, brahma vaktaram means who is vakta? Acharya. Remember, whoever is giving us the jnanam, all of them are acharyas. Clear? Clear? Throughout life. Be in a strong principle. And all of them deserve our salutation. Is it not? For some people in one life, only one acharya enough. He will guide. Some people in 2, 3, 5, 10. And in every life, you will have not same acharya. Not necessary. Guru Tattva remaining same. Like doctor remaining, medical treatment remaining the same. Doctors are not the same, no? Depending on the disease and condition of patient, each doctor comes and does. The ortho problem is there, ortho doctor will come and sit and go. Cardio problem, he will come and do. He can't one. If a general medicine doctor is there, he does everything. But he is not a specialist. He does everything in general, but if anything more dangerous problem is there, he refers to the specialist doctor. Is it not? Especially he can't do anything because he did not choose it. So there are some gurus for general medicine, and when the specific cases are required, they send us to doctors. In the same way, we need not worry about all. But once the Guru Tattva is felt in this Guru, we have to surrender to him. So anyone who is teaching us Brahma, there is Acharya, to all of them our respects. Here, particularly that Acharya from whom we are studying our Upanishads and all, to that Acharya also avatu. How the Acharya should be protected, sir? Avatu vakcharam acharyam cha vaktritva samarthya samyojanena. By doing the samyojana with the samarthya for the vaktritva. May he have all abilities, capacities always for giving the vaktritva. He has an experience, he has an intention. But he also has the samarthya, his health is doing, because those days the gurus used to have very huge long age. है ना 70-80 साल के होते हैं फिर उनको लगातार इतने क्लासेस करने के लिए सामर्थ्य चाहिए इंटेंशन इज देयर देयर इज नो डाउट अबाउट द गुरु दैट हिज इंटेंशन फॉर द गिविंग ऑफ नॉलेज अबाउट दैट इज टू डिसेबल दे तो देना ही चाहते हैं and their experience also pakka. But samarthya, the physical vocal samarthya, should be there. Means what? The guru should be healthy. The guru should be having that vocal energies, etc. His time and all can be manageable for the giving of satsang. In this way, we prayed for the guru also to the Lord for protecting him. Vaktritva samarthya samyojanena vaktaram acharyam avatu vidya samyojanena mam vidyarthinam avatu. So pakka? How pakka are there, You can't improve upon them. You can't improve upon what is said in the main mantra. Bhagavan Shankara can improve. He can improve only by giving the correct meaning of it for our understanding. It is not his improvement. In fact, it is his capacity that he could understand the correct thing. What is meant by the Rishi when he said, Avatu Mama, Avatu Vaktaram. And in this, there are no multiple choices. Only single thing. The Lord should protect me and I am a Vidyarthi, and he should protect me only by Vidya Samyojanam. And he should protect the Guru because the Guru's only job is to give me the Brahma Vidya. Therefore, Vaktrutva Samarthya Samyojana for my Guru. Avatu. See what is missing in this prayer. Batao. Kuch nahi, sab kuch aa gaya. If you look from the beginning, Shamno Mitra with the Bhashya. Every one of them are so complete. Package for one to be blessed in the pursuit of the Brahma Vidya through the study of this Upanishad. With this preparation, when we go ahead, every sloka, every mantra, every context will be understood by us pakka completely. Then only the joy will come of study Upanishad. Then we are inspired to do that set sadhana, karenge sadhana, you can reach the goal. Okay, now avatu vaktaram iti punaha vachanam adarartham. Why second time said ek bar bol diya na? It is adarartham. It is to express the respect and reverence to the one who is the one to bless us, to prove to him that you are the only one who can bless us in this way, and therefore we are depending only on you. ठीक ना, 2 बार कहने का अर्थ क्या है? आप ही दे सकते हैं, इसलिए हम आपको ही मांग रहे हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपके लिए और कुछ भी है, अगर आप नहीं दोगे तो आई विल गो समवेयर एल्स. Remove for life once for all, for mind this thought that there are alternatives. There are alternatives from the Lord's side. Remember, in our progress, He will put us here and there. But from our side, there should not be any alternative. This Guru means this Guru, full stop. Either this Guru tells us or the destiny takes us to other Guru. We may go, but otherwise, heart in heart, because of our ego, because of our negative qualities, because of our misunderstanding the Guru, we should not think of alternative. Because it's like Christians. Once they convert from Hindu, they will convert from there. और कोई पैसे देंगे तो और भी जाएंगे वो लोग. एक बार फिसल गया तो फिसलते रहेंगे. If somebody gives more money or more emotionally they speak, they go. There is no stability. So, to what happens for such person? The one who is not very strong with conviction, his mind will be only in judging the gurus and shifting from one guru to the other. Never will attain to Brahma Vidya. He is not seeker at all. He is an ahankari pakka. The one who assesses the guru and changes guru, ये तो पक्का बेवकूफ है, ये संसारी है वो, ego. Such person will never deserve Brahma Vidya. In this, there is no compromise, there is a second thought. Total selling out to the Guru, humbleness, surrender to the Guru is must. Then only we give chance to the Guru to improve us. That is why Adarartham. Here Adara to the Brahma Deva, who is in the form of Vayu, to whom we are saying, Sir, it is not said vocally just to please you. It is said from the heart because it's a conviction that you are the only one who protect both of us. And you are the only one who will empower us to do the Rutam and Satyam. Nobody else. Therefore, we are asking you. In our conviction, there is nobody other than you. Therefore, in our prayer also, it is only to you. Knowing this, therefore, you bless us. Because we have nobody else to go. Adarartham is such a beautiful word. Dvirvachanam adarartham. Iti punaha vachanam adarartham. Okay? Now the last one. Shantihi, shantihi, shantihi. Iti त्रिः वचनम् आध्यात्मिक आधिभौतिक आदिदैविकानां विद्या प्राप्ति उपसर्गाणां प्रशमनार्थम. These three types of shanti are said. For the upashamana means total removal of upasarga, the obstructions which are en route to the vidya prapti. When you are trying to get the atma vidya, brahma vidya, the three obstacles come. For the removal of them, we are praying again to the Paramatma for the three vidha shanti. And what are the three tapas which come, for which we need to have the shanti? They are all adhyatmika, adibhautika, adidaivika, or the upasargas, or the tapas, or the difficulties, or the obstacles. Generally, they come when we are doing Vidya Prapti. The Adhyatmika tapas always are the physical body not helping. Clear? The Indriyas are not very pakka there. Then the mana is either in distraction into million directions or in Nidra Avastha, in a restlessness mode. These are all Adhyatmika tapa. With any of them, can we study? And at the intellect level, it is very arrogantly sticking to its own earlier notions, not ready to sacrifice its wrong notion when the higher knowledge understanding is given. This is the biggest problem. Guru is telling us, and we know what he is saying is higher, but still we don't accept. That is the intellectual arrogance. That is the arrogance because मैं है जानता हूँ, मैं छोड़ना नहीं चाहता हूँ, जबकि वो जो कह रहे हैं वो इससे बढ़िया है फिर भी. That's the biggest Adhyatmika tapa. With this only, many very good intellectual scholars, having reached to some level, which is not ultimate, are not able to reach to higher level, even though when they go to the Mahatmas, when they learn from them. Those academic scholars, they go to the yogis and gurus who never studied so much of academics, but they have the experience. With the experience, when they give some idea, suggestion, he says, मैं इससे बढ़िया भी जानता हूँ, इसलिए मैं आपने जो कहा नहीं मानता हूँ. बाहर नहीं कहते, but inside he feels. And he tries to tell the guru the other quotations, examples, etc. It is totally out of topic. Guru is telling from his experience, this is sadhana. Instead of understanding and doing the sadhana, we try to show off all our intellection there. Is it not? That's called as the Adhyatmika tapa at the intellect level. Adhyatmika upasarga. That is the Bauddhika upasarga. Inner Adhyatmika tapa at the intellect level upasarga, which you don't know. Many of us are victims of this. जो जितना ज़्यादा जानते ना वो आगे जानने का कोशिश नहीं करते जबकि एंड देयर ईगो देयर प्रेस्टीज ऑल ऑफ दैट कम तुम कौन है मेरे को बताने वाले दिस विल नॉट बी सरफेसली थॉट फेल्ट बाय यू सरफेस में ऐसा नहीं लगता कि मैं ऐसा ईगोइस्टिक हूँ लेकिन अंदर वो अपना काम करता है कि मैं इनसे ज़्यादा 30 मार खान हूँ इनकी बात मुझे नहीं सुनना दैट हैपेंस वी डोंट इवन रिकॉग्नाइज इट and the proof of that is we immediately forget what the advice Guru gave. That is a sign. The immediate forgetfulness of what he told is a sign that we have taken it so lightly because of our intellectual arrogance. Many of the people go to the Mahatmas, ask for some advice. They give it, but by the time they are in the vehicle, they have forgotten what he said. Intellectual people, इनको ये होता है ज़्यादा. Those are simple, humble ones. They say, अरे मेरे problem का गुरु ने solution दिया, I'll practice it. So Adhyatmika tapa explained, physical, sense level, mana, buddhi level, and ego also, it should be surrendered. Now Adi Bhautika tapa is from the Bhuta Prapancha, from other beings. Bhuta means beings. Okay, it can be animals making sounds or attacking us because they were in the ashram. सारे बंदरों का एक झुंड अटैक किया मानो फिर 3-4 दिन तक सत्संग नहीं होता वहाँ. They destroy everything and go. Any tiger attacks, something happens to any disciple, then उनको फिर इधर आदि भूत प्रपंच से होने वाला. So too from other beings, they harass us, they trouble us for some reason or the other. Many of you more than the adhyatmika, you'll have adi bhautika tapa. Is it not? From the people around us, they disturb our minds and all. Our role also is there, but this adi bhautika tapa nahi ho. Both ways. Somebody loves us, that also tapa only because you get carried away by them, leaving the Brahma Vidya to Guru. Guru, आप पढ़ लेना, मैं आपके पास आया because that fellow did not tell me I love you. Now he told I love you, I am going there, bye to you. That is also Adi Bhautika, Tapa only, or Upasarga. More than Tapa, the good word is Upasarga. In the Upasarga, the Tapa comes, then Prema also comes. Upasarga is obstacle. Both are obstacles. When the people hate us, that also obstruction. When the people are loving to us, attached, that also an obstruction. Because they will pull our mind, then you can't do sadhana. Is it not? Everything other than Brahmavidya pursuit is an upasarga, including you are made as a king, you are made as a great person, you are given all certificates, praises. अरे इन सब में ब्रह्म तत्व तो नहीं है ना, it is upasarga. And people are ready to do all that. In the beginning, the people don't allow us to do sadhana. That is Adi Bhautika. Later on, when you are at lesson sadhana, they do so much of praise that you feel, अरे वो लोग तो कह रहे मैं ब्रह्म बन गया, तो बन गया होगा, अभी क्यों करूं साधना? After all, I have to do Brahma Vidya for making the people convinced. They are convinced. No, अभी मेरे को क्या है, मेरा बाद में देख लेता हूँ. This is the terrible Adi Bhautik Tapa which will never understand. Dangerous. Therefore, one has very conscious. Did I experience it or not? No. Therefore, please guard from every of such people. Like when I am experiencing Brahma Tattva, let the entire world blame me that you are nothing or useless. Still, I know what I am. I have known the truth. Guru has certified, Shastra certified. हो गया. In the same way, I have not experienced. The entire world say, नहीं नहीं आप गुरु हैं, फिर भी नहीं मानना. ये दूसरे वाला माया ज़्यादा डेंजर होता है पहले वाला से. पहले वाला माया क्या है? Not allowing to do sadhana. Second वाला, when you are doing sadhana, praising you so much that you think you have reached the goal. So you yourself stop doing sadhana. आदि भौतिक ताप ये है से भूत प्रपंच से आने वाला. Even any snakes are there around. If it is said that in your kutia, the two snakes have come, but I felt they came. I don't know. Do you think you will meditate now? You will never do it. Those days, the ashramas are there in jungle. सब फिर इन सबका हर दिन every day they have one or the other issue. Okay, then the third one, Adi Daivika Tapa. The Daivi Shaktis in the form of the heavy winds blowing away ashram, heavy rains not allowing to sit for meditation, too much of the heat causing problems to the Shishyas or the Guru, then the Bhukampa is happening. These are all Adi Daivika Shakti. From there, the Upasarga come. Is it not? You can't meditate when 220 kilometer wind is blowing. Guru Shishya, दोनों हवा में उड़ेंगे. Don't imagine it is happening in meditation. Not meditation. It is Adi Daivika Tap. All these natural calamities are in Adi Daivika. Human or other beings created are Adi Bhautika, and the body, senses, mind creating are Adhyatmika Upasarga. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. No, unless it all so important. Why in the first अनुवाक में इसको ये श्लोक बताते हैं, आप समझ लो. Therefore, every day this mantra wholeheartedly studied, and I believe we have done sufficient justice in trying to understand this mantra. Okay, tomorrow the second anuvaka starts, of which iti prathama anuvaka, dvitiya anuvaka. We'll do only the parayanam today, and tomorrow exhaustively we study that. So Shanti Mantra, Prathamonvaka of Siksha Valli of Taittiriya Upanishad of Taittiriya Aranyaka of Krishna Yajurveda is accomplished by us. Clear? Now second one. Om Shiksham Vyakyasyamaha Shiksham Vyakyasyamaha Varnaswaraha Matravalam Samasantanaha Ityuktaha Shikshadhyayaha. This second Valli talks about the entire study of language with its letters and words, and with its grammar, and with its expression, its importance, which later on we may not find, but in the beginning, if you have not mastered this, the subsequent study will never become smoother. It's so simple, like why in the class LKG, UKG, all the alphabets are taught. Then the words with meaning are taught. Then the combination of the word in the form of sentences are taught. Then through the sentence prayoga and exercises given, how the communication is made to be done, and any communication coming from outside to be understood. Then only their व्यवहार में होता है जो भी communication. How important is that? याद रखो, बचपन से all the language हमने नहीं सीखा. The life is empty. Is it not? Both the language with all its vocabulary and grammar and many other aspects. All that put together called Shiksha Adhyaya. So in the Gurukula, first few years, in this Shiksha, they are given the Shikshanam. Only when they have mastered it, then the higher studies are taken care. Here it was already done exhaustively. As a summary, the Guru is reminding to the disciples. Shruti Mata is reminding, Are bache log, Shiksham Vyakya Syamaha, Matra Varnaswaraha, Matra Valam, Samasantanaha. These are the 6 things. Iti Ukta Shiksha Dhyayaha. मैंने बोल दिया है तुमको, पिछले 2 साल से वही कर रहे हैं, 3 साल से थरो हो गए तुम सब लोग. I taught you the Lagu Siddhanta Kaumudi, then Panini Vyakaranam, and all of that. You have studied also, so many tests also are conducted. You are perfect in all of them. Now, with that background, now let us enter into study of Upanishad. This is how tomorrow we'll give that sufficient introduction and the chanting of mantra and the bhashya and total complete meaning. Like this, as much as possible, like we did exhaust the Shanti mantra, subsequent portions also, we try to do to our own more understanding than satisfaction. Naturally, when the understanding is pakka, satisfaction also will come. Thank you. सर्वं समस्तर्षि परंपरा चरणारविंदार्पणमस्तु. ओम 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. परमऋषिभ्यो नमः. परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. वेदव्यास सद्गुरवे नमः. वैशंपायन सद्गुरवे नमः. याज्ञवल्क्यादि समस्त गुरुभ्यो नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. तत्सत्. ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you. Let us do for 10 minutes something in our Vidurniti also. Mm.